Hello students, let us start the next class regarding magnetic field. So today we are going to discuss about motion of a charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. So see the figure drawn in the board. As the magnetic force on a particle is perpendicular to the velocity, it does not do any work on the particle. Hence the kinetic energy or the speed of the particle does not change due to the magnetic force. Here we used a paper roll to indicate the charges, and we did an experiment also. And let's see, in the figure the magnetic field B is perpendicular to the paper and going into it. This direction is by convention and shown as the cross inside the circle. The direction coming out of the paper is by convention shown as the dot inside the circle. The circle around the cross or around the dot is quite often omitted. A charge q is projected with a speed v in the plane of the paper. The velocity is perpendicular to the magnetic field. The force is F is equal to qvv, you know from the previous chapter. In the direction perpendicular to both v and b. This force will deflect the particle without changing the speed, and the particle will move along a circle perpendicular to the field. The magnetic force provides the centripetal force. If r be the radius of the circle, then we can write qvv is equal to mv square by r. You know about this. So, or we can write r is equal to mv by qb. So, the time taken to complete the circle, or you can say the time period is equal to, you can write t is equal to 2 pi r by v is equal to 2 pi m divided by qb. It is a formula, so we kept it in a box. Next is, we can see that the time period is independent of the speed v. If the particle moves faster, the radius is larger. It has to move a longer distance to complete the circle, so that the time taken is the same. So we can write the frequency of revolution is nu is equal to 1 by t is equal to qb divided by 2 pi m. This frequency is called cyclotron frequency. So next topic is Biot-Savart law. So we can see it in animation. It will be better for you. Let's start. Biot-Savart law is used to calculate the magnetic induction at a point in the magnetic field produced by the current. Now, consider a finite long conductor X and Y of any arbitrary shape carrying a current I. Let P be a point in the magnetic field of the current carrying conductor. To determine the magnetic induction B at the point P, let assume the conductor is divided in infinitesimally small elements, each of length dl. First, let us calculate the magnetic induction dB at point P. If we will calculate dl, then after that, if we will determine the value of L, it will be better for this equation. Now, consider the calculation for one such element of the conductor. Let R denote the vector joining the current element to point P. Let theta be the angle to the tangent to the direction of the current, which is actually to the direction of the vector dl and vector r. The magnetic induction dB at point P due to the element is directly proportional to the current I in the element. Therefore, dB is directly proportional with I. Also, we can write dB is directly proportional with the length dl of the small element of the conductor. Now, also we can write the magnetic induction dB is directly proportional with 1 by r square, or we can say it is inversely proportional with r square. Write it equation 3. Now, with combining all the equations, we can write dB is directly proportional with I dl by r square. If we express it in vector form, therefore, how we can write? We can write dB is proportional to I dl cross r divided by r cube. Here, write it, equation number 4. So is the magnitude of the cross product dl cross r is equal to dlr sin theta. Therefore, dB is proportional with I dl sin theta by r cube. Write it, equation number 5. Next, we have to use constant here. The constant will be mu naught by 4 pi. So dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl r sin theta by r cube. So we can write it mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square. In this expression, mu naught stands for permeability of free space, and the value of mu naught in SI unit is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. Here, the direction of B will be perpendicular to the plane containing dl and r, and can be obtained by using the right hand rule. According to the right hand screw rule, if we place a stretched thumb along the direction of dl and stretch our hand according to the figure, see it, this is the direction of the magnetic induction dB at point P. The magnetic induction B is obtained by integration with suitable limits. Magnetic induction due to conductor at point P is B is equal to integration of dB.